What does it mean for a religion to be considered crazy? This designation has formal and informal consequences. Organizations are denied charitable tax status. Some groups don't receive chaplains in prisons or the military. Members fear losing their jobs or custody of their children if their faith is discovered. Others face harassment and discrimination in their everyday lives. My research looks at Mormons and modern witchcraft groups as two faiths which are commonly labeled as sects, cults, or just outright crazy. How can groups shed these labels? I'll look at how scholars and believers use the academy to legitimize religious practice. Essentially, the more a group is discussed in scholarship, the more it is seen as normal and therefore valid. When a group is seen as valid, it can reap the benefits of being considered a real religion. Scholars in these subfields often make claims that their groups are large or rapidly growing in order to claim significance. Large numbers means that we should start studying them and treat them with respect. Scholars draw claims between these new and strange religions with old familiar ones. What does it mean, however, that believers constitute a majority in fields like Mormon or pagan studies? Should their work be dismissed as biased or prized as having valuable insights? More importantly, how do they write about their group? Is it a critical analysis or a defense of the faith? Are they examining beliefs or attempting to normalize them? I've chosen these groups because they represent two different stages in the legitimacy process. Mormons are by far the more accomplished in terms of gaining acceptance. How does a religion go from being the scourge of a nation to the subject of a Tony Award-winning musical? In part, due to their involvement in scholarship. Department chairs, courses on Mormons, and the growth of schools like BYU contribute to an improved public image. Modern witchcraft groups like Wiccans and Druids have seen a moderate level of success. They have yet to make a serious dent in scholarship, but there are a handful of journals and conferences devoted to such groups. Wiccans might be discussed in courses like religion and gender, but there are few, if any, chairs of pagan studies. Understanding the tactics of legitimacy can shine a light on the politics of academia. When a chair of Mormon, or perhaps one day pagan studies is established, who provides the funding? What is that scholar allowed or forbidden to write about? How does the work that we conduct in classrooms and lecture halls contribute to the real-world experiences of marginal groups? What is the role of scholars in declaring which groups are real and which ones aren't? And this is especially relevant when courts and governments ask us for our opinion. Scholars must be aware of the subtle motivations behind and ultimate implications of their work, particularly when it comes to studying marginal groups. Thank you.